In Tears of the Kingdom, we all begin our adventure on the Great Sky Island, and that acts as the tutorial area for the game, because it gives us access to our new abilities and runs us through what we need to know before heading down to the ground of Hyrule. Well, today I'm going to walk you through all the shrines, how to get Link's abilities, plus how to get Link's armor, so you're prepared for the adventure ahead in the Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. Well, the Great Sky Island is comparable to the Great Plateau in Breath of the Wild, so Link wakes up, has to complete 4 shrines and encounters a ghostly figure. Well, this time it's not the king, it is Rauru, who's going to act as your guide for the Great Sky Island. And Rauru can be found all over the Great Sky Island, and if you see him, that's generally a good sign that you're going in the right direction. Well, before I dive into the details, it is worth pointing out you can complete these activities in a varying order. Today I'm going to walk you through how I tackled the Great Sky Island, but if you did it differently, that is great. Plus, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Well, first of all, we've got Wake Up Link. So after the opening scenes of the game where Zelda disappears and Link is mortally wounded from their Malice attack, Link wakes up on the Sky Islands. His arm was beyond repair, had to be replaced with Rauru's, and after you wake up, you pick up the decayed Master Sword, so you can slash your way out of that cave. So make your way through the cave where you have to dive off a couple of platforms, and soon you will come to a chest where you get the Archaic legwear. So these are basic legwear, but it will save Link from wandering around in his underwear, which is always a good thing. So keep it going forward and out of the cave, and you're going to be prompted to jump. And this is what Tears of the Kingdom is all about. Jumping from a great height and skydiving, and you're going to be treated to a great opening to the game. Well, next up we've got our introduction to the Temple of Time. So after a few moments of diving, you will splash into the waters, and then at this point you want to pick up a branch and fight off the soldier construct and head for the Temple of Time. So you're going to come across a steward construct, and this time it will give you a Pura pad. This belonged to Princess Zelda. It's going to be an important tool on your adventure. The steward construct points you towards the Temple of Time and says you've got to find Princess Zelda. And the Temple of Time is marked on your map, so make your way there. On your way, you might find other constructs, both soldier and steward. The soldier ones protect the Sky Island, so they will attack you. But if you pick up a branch, you'll be able to fight them, or maybe you can even take their weapons. In contrast, the steward constructs, they are there to give you advice for your journey. Well, you won't be able to access the Temple of Time just yet, as Rauru says you have to unlock 3 blessings before you can enter. So Rauru explains you have to power up the arm to enter, plus he was the one who saved that arm by replacing it with his own. Rauru says you have to visit 3 shrines on the Great Sky Island to gain the power necessary to open the door. Well, the first shrine that is closest to the Temple of Time is called the Ukouh Shrine. This one's going to grant you the Ultrahand ability, allowing you to combine items together. It's relatively easy to get to this one. You don't have to do any complex traverse or anything. You can walk, swim, and climb your way there. To make your life a little bit easier, you can use the Pura pad from the entrance of the Temple of Time and put a marker on it. What you want to do is look over to your right, put down that marker, and then follow that marker to get to the shrine. Okay, next up, let's have a look at the Ukouh Shrine. So when you enter the shrine, Rauru will give you Ultrahand, and this shrine is all about using your new ability. So first of all, you want to grab the concrete slab and position it so you can walk over the gaps. Next, you want to combine 2 slabs together to make a long one, and then position that to get over the large gap, and that will give you a nice introduction to Ultrahand in terms of connecting and rotating with this ability. So it can be a little bit tricky at first, but you will soon get used to it. Finally, you want to connect a hook to a wooden board. Once you've done that, pick up the whole thing, attach the hook to the line, let go of it with Ultrahand, jump on the platform, and that will allow you to ride safely to the exit. Touch the hand symbol at the end, and you're going to get a Light of Blessing, and these are going to be key to leveling up Link throughout the game. So once you've finished the shrine and exit, Rauru will meet you, say you did a good job, and you'll have 2 more shrines to visit. And at this point, you do have a choice of where to go. Well, next up, I went to Gutanbac Shrine, although the In Issa Shrine is also close by too. It's really kind of up to you. From the entrance of the Ukouh Shrine, I looked through the Puripad and I could see the Gutanbac Shrine in the distance, so I placed a marker down and then started to make my way there. The first part is pretty easy. You can walk, swim and climb your way there. Along the way, you're going to make sure you want to pick up mushrooms and also battle constructs to take their weapons. In front of the snowy part of the Great Sky Island, you'll see a cooking pot. You want to make good use of this by combining mushrooms and also the hot peppers as well to give you cold resistance. Otherwise, you won't survive long in the snow. So it's definitely worth cooking up a few dishes to give yourself enough time, as you're going to be using Ultrahand to get to the next shrine. And because it's the beginning, it'll probably take you a little while to get used to it. I know it certainly did for me. But before making your way into the snowy area, eat a dish with cold resistance and then kill the soldier constructs that are in your way. Make your way down to the river and the steward will inform you about rafts, Zonai devices and also fans as well. The steward then gives you an important item called an energy cell, which is crucial for powering Zonai devices. So hop on the raft, hit the device and you'll sail over the river. Then you want to pick up the raft with Ultrahand, take it up the hill and use it to cross the river with the waterfall. You can keep doing this, although at some point the water is likely to take your raft down the waterfall, so it's probably easier to just climb up the wall. You can't climb the icy surface though, so look for a wall that isn't icy, and that should be behind the waterfall there, slightly hidden out of sight. Keep climbing and you're going to reach that Gutanbac Shrine. Okay, enter the Gutanbac Shrine and Rauru will give you the Ascend ability, and this allows you to pass through solid matter if there is a ceiling above you. Once you've got this ability, you want to make your way forward and use Ascend on the large platform to make your way up. Then you have a choice of platforms. The one on the left has a chest at the top with a stone axe. That is going to be really useful for chopping down trees. And also you can jump off the platform and then use the Ascend on the platform to the right. You've got a battle against a construct at the top. It was holding an old wooden bow, and you want to pick this up with some arrows and save that for later. So remove the wooden boxes from the wall with Ultrahand and then ascend to the top. Open up the chest for the construct bow. Then you want to jump back down to the ground and use the arrow and the bow to shoot the ropes holding the platform. Now you want to use Ascend to reach the top of the platform, and then finally use Ascend again on the moving platform to reach the exit and get that Light of Blessing. So once you've finished up the Gutanbac Shrine, you want to head to the right and ascend up the platform where you're going to find a hollow tree. In that tree, you'll find a chest, and in there you're going to find the Archaic Warm Greaves, and these are going to really help you with the cold resistance. So these are good for the Great Sky Island. It's going to help you walk around in the snow so you don't have to cook up any recipes with hot peppers. Although later, you will want to upgrade your cold resistance even more with other warmer clothes. You can find those in Rito Village. Plus also you can cook up some cold resistant recipes as well, and that'll keep you nice and warm from the cold. Well, next up we've got some Zonai devices. So close by to the Gutanbac Shrine, you'll find a Maker construct. He's standing in front of something that looks like a gacha machine, and this is a Zonai device dispenser. So you want to collect Zonai charges by defeating soldier constructs, and then depositing these Zonai charges into the Zonai dispenser. This will then give you random Zonai devices including fans, wings, flame emitters and also portable pots. And these are a small sample of the Zonai devices found in the game, and they will give you the tools to get around the Great Sky Island. Okay, next up we've got the journey to the In Issa Shrine. So there's multiple ways to get to the In Issa Shrine, but from my location at the Zonai device dispenser near the Gutanbac Shrine, I flew towards the Temple of Time. From there, I crossed land and rivers until I met a woodcutter construct. Then here, you have to connect logs together and potentially cut down a few trees to add to your log bridge. So I put about together approximately 5 or 6 logs to create that bridge and then use that to get over a large gap. Then next you have to get across a large river, so you have to create a boat with a sail. Everything you need to construct the boat is laying by the river. You just have to use Ultrahand to put it all together. So the wind in the sail should be sufficient to get you across the river, and once you're on the other side, take care of a few soldier constructs, and then it's time for the In Issa Shrine. Well, when you first enter the In Issa Shrine, Rauru will give you the Fuse ability. This is all about connecting weapons together or items to arrows. Fuse is pretty versatile, helping out with making your weapons more durable, improving attacking power, and also creating deadly elemental arrows. First of all, you want to fuse a rock to something in your inventory or with the sword that's in front of the entrance. Then you want to bash down the cracked pillars to reveal a chest. Open the chest for some arrows, and then next head to the right and pick up the fire fruit. So on the wall, you'll notice the plants near a wooden platform with a chest on it. So aim with your bow and you're going to see a prompt saying select material to attach. Pick the fire fruit and that will create a fire arrow. And then use the fire arrow to burn the plants and the platform to help you reach the chest to reveal a small key. Now head back from where you came from and use the small key on the door. So once you're through the door, you have to battle against a tougher construct, and this one can also fuse things as well, so do be careful with this guy. Fuse something together, like a couple of swords, or use your rock hammer from before. So you've got plants on the floor as well, which you can use to burn the construct with a fire arrow. Chip away at his health, and eventually you're going to beat him, leaving you with some really good materials for fusing later on. Now bash through the wall with something fused, and then make your way to the end to collect that Light of Blessing, and then exit the shrine. Well, now you've got 3 Light of Blessings, you can make your way back to the Temple of Time and open up the door. Once you open the door, you're going to see a large tear. Link touches it and then has a vision with Princess Zelda, who then grants Link another ability called Recall. This allows Link to reverse the movement of an object through time. Zelda then disappears, and even Rauru isn't sure what is going on. By using Recall, you can reach the statue of Hyrule behind the cogs and machines, behind where Link discovered the tear. There's also a door behind the statue, but Link is too weak to open the door at the moment, and Rauru directs you towards the final shrine, called the Nachoyah Shrine. So Rauru tells you to go to the Room of Awakening, where Link first woke up for the Great Sky Island, then follow the marker on your map and ascend out of the cave. Once you reach the surface, you can jump down to another entrance, and there you're going to find the hidden entrance to the Nachoyah Shrine. We'll enter the Nachoyah Shrine, and it's all about mastering the Recall ability. So wait for the raft to float near you, and then use Recall to rewind the object through time. Jump on the raft, and this is going to take you safely to the platform. Then repeat the process to get up the waterfall, and by waiting for the platform to fall into the water, activate Recall on the platform, jump on it, and ride it up to the top of the waterfall. Do the same with the cog at the top to open the chest on the top with the arrows in. And then finally, you want to align the 2 clock hand looking things near the exit to open the door. Wait for them to be in the same position, then activate Recall, and this will open the door for you. Then pick up the Light of Blessing and exit the shrine. Well, next up we're going to find another piece of armor, and this is the Archaic Tunic. So as well as the Archaic Legwear, which is picked up very early in the Great Sky Island, you want to get the Archaic Tunic. This can be found in a cave very close to the entrance of the In Issa Shrine, so make your way to the entrance of the shrine, either when you complete the shrine or fast travel there using the Pura Pad, and then go forward down the steps. Keep going down the steps and you'll face off against a few soldier constructs with some choo-choos. And there's also a dangerous construct here holding a fan or a big piece of wood, so be careful it doesn't knock you off the Sky Island. Plus you've got 2 or 3 ganging up on you all the time, so do be careful. So once you've beaten them, you're going to find yourself at the entrance of the Pondside Cave, smash the rocks for the mining materials, get the Bright Bloom Seeds, and then open the chest to find the Archaic Tunic. Well, next up we want to go back to the Temple of Time, so now you've collected all of Link's abilities so far, plus you've got some useful armor, and the Light of Blessings, you can make your way back to the Temple of Time. You either do this via the Zonai devices, or you can fast travel there using the Pura Pad, whatever works best for you. Then make your way to the back, behind where you discovered the tear, and trade in the Light of Blessings with the statue of Hyrule for an extra heart container. Then you're going to be able to open the door, which then opens up the way to make your way down to the ground of Hyrule. There's also a great cutscene here where Zelda transports the Decayed Master Sword to wherever Princess Zelda is, and once that is done, it is time to skydive down to Hyrule. Well, finally, I just want to give a shout out to some of the other things you can do on the Great Sky Island. So there's plenty of other things to do. There's a great boss battle where you can face off against a Flux Construct number 1. This is a cube-style boss where you have to attack the weak point. Not a very difficult battle, but it is very cool nonetheless. Also, you've got plenty of Korok seeds to find on the Great Sky Island. I'm not going to go over them all here today. I have to save that for another video. That is about it for all the main points, the abilities, the shrine solutions, and the armour. And hopefully that's going to help you move on to the next part of the main story quest in the Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Well, let me know in the comments what you think about the Great Sky Island, and let me know which order you did the shrines in. Well, that is it for this guide for the Great Sky Island in the Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. And as always, thank you so much for watching or listening. For more Tears of the Kingdom content like this, hit that subscribe button down below and subscribe to Triforce Times. Or you can check me out on Twitter at Triforce Times. Well, if you enjoyed this video, found it useful, liking and sharing the video would really help me out. Otherwise, check out the other videos on the channel. Well, thanks again, and I'll see you soon.